struggling to find what kind of black
okay, let's talk about it.
Black men all in Australia.
No, we have.
So what kind of black men are you struggling to find? Are you struggling to find a millionaire? Are you struggling to find somebody who's 6'3" with a six-pack stomach?
No.
Are you struggling to find someone who can finance a European expensive materialistic lifestyle?
No.
What kind of black man are you struggling to find?
Let's get this thing here started. Oh, man. So what we got? You know what, man? Listen, man. Forget all the introductions, man. We're going straight to the fucking videos. Let's go. Where Peanut at?
It's this June podcast.
Aww. Let's go.
Struggling to find what kind of black
okay, let's talk about it.
Black men all in Australia.
No, we have.
So what kind of black men are you struggling to find? Are you struggling to find a millionaire? Are you struggling to find somebody who's 6'3" with a six-pack stomach?
No.
Are you struggling to find someone who can finance a European expensive materialistic lifestyle?
No.
What kind of black man are you struggling to find?
Let's talk about the culture in Australia versus the culture in America. I don't think it is quite different. It is.
No, it's not.
It is. I think now we're being more influenced.
One of the biggest mistakes that I find in the diaspora is we swear we're so randomly different. As probably the most traveled African in the Western Hemisphere, we're not that significantly different.
No, but we are.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
I don't think black women. Okay, let's talk about it, because I'm getting dilemmas where women are talking about they're successful, they're in their careers, and they're looking for a decent guy. They're not asking for a man to earn triple the amount that he's earning.
Is decent? Give me 3 criteria for decent. I'm a psychologist. You must define the term. Give me 3 criteria for decent.
So he's emotionally intelligent.
Emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
Assuming she is as well.
Continue. He is a provider. So he's able to, he has a decent job. They are on the same.
What is a decent job? Define the term.
He makes an amount that is in the same tax bracket as the woman. Let's just say that. The same tax bracket.
Okay.
Emotionally intelligent.
Financial equity.
Yes.
Okay.
I would just say he's a provider, he's nurturing, and he cares to build a family with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the question?
And the question is, women are struggling to find men that they can date.
Okay. Couple things. Number 1, black women cannot, shall not, should not expect a black man to be able to provide them with the same type of a lifestyle that a Caucasian can provide for the white female. Because the Caucasian benefits from white privilege, the black man suffers from white racism. So we should not be, no sister should be looking for a European equivalent or an African equivalent of a European. A black man has to work twice as hard to get half as much. So although I can appreciate the financial equity, but if you are a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer as an African woman in Australia or America or the UK or Toronto or Johannesburg, looking for a black man who has financial equity with your type of career success, that's going to be difficult. You might got to tone it down a little bit. What I find as a therapist who works with couples, married, divorced, and otherwise, too often black women prioritize a man's income over his masculinity, meaning he can provide. He's willing to help with those children. He will nurture you, look out for you, but he might not be able to put you in a Mercedes. He might not be able to help you with that $1 million mortgage. And I've seen black women turn down good men, very good men, because he didn't have the economics, but he had everything else. Sisters need to be careful not to fall into this European narrative of judging men primarily by how much they make.
I can agree with that. I think that these are 2 extreme scenarios here, because I think if a man we're talking about financial equity, if he is making enough to build a household with you, to be a leader in the household, I think women are okay with that. I think that's not what they're getting. I think they're getting the other end of the spectrum. That's what we're hearing. You know what I mean?
Would you have a problem if you met a man who made half of what you made or a third of what you made, but he had a financial vision of an empire, a business, some sort of an entrepreneurial undertaking?
See, I think that's dangerous.
Stay with me.
That's dangerous.
Let me finish it, and then I want you to respond. And he needed you to help invest in his dream. And he gave you a definitive timeline. He said, give me 12 months or 24, no more than that. If you invest in me, I promise you what I'm going to build will equal where you are. Would you have a problem investing in him?
What does investing in him mean?
Let's say he needed $700 a month to help fuel this dream. He needed $700 for 24 months. Could you do it? You're reluctant.
I am reluctant. I am reluctant because what's the guarantee?
There is no guarantees in love. There is no guarantees in romance.
And also, I think context matters. How long have we been together?
I agree.
You know, if it's just a guy that I met last year and all of a sudden he has these dreams and he wants me to fund it.
Y'all been dating for about 2 years. You like him. There might even be some love there. And he's saying
there might be some love there is crazy. There has to be some love there.
Let's say there is.
Has to be a future there. And I think that's what I'm saying. Context matters. If I see myself with this man.
But you didn't answer the question. Let's say all those things are there. Will you financially invest in him? Be honest, my queen. They already answered for you. They said hell to the nizzo.
Yeah. Look.
Why not though? Why do you have a problem with that? Given the atmosphere of racism and economic oppression that black men suffer in Australia, why would you have a problem investing in your king?
But what are black men subject to that women are not? We're going through the same thing.
True, but it operates differently. The racism against black men is significantly more aggressive than the racism against black women. Now, I don't want to get into an oppression Olympics because I agree with you. We all suffer and we suffer together. But a man's primary responsibility is to be a provider. And we don't feel adequate as men when we can't provide. So your king, who you love, who you've been dating for 2 or 3 years, is saying, baby, invest in me for these 18 to 24 months. And I promise you, I will cross that finish line. You're still reluctant.
I'm reluctant. As my husband, if we were married and something like that happened, of course, I would be open to doing that.
But would you be open to even marrying him if he was not the provider you needed him to be? He's saying, help me level up so I can become the person you want to marry. He's asking you to help him level up.
I think. Let
me tell you why you're reluctant. And I don't have a problem with your reluctance, but I want to explain something.
Okay.
And I want all my young sisters to hear me. A big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential and she will invest in him. She will help him level up. And then when the sisters see him 5 years later, he's a millionaire. And the sisters say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl. But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product. Black women have to stay with me. Black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished product. It's harder on us. Help him level up. Stay with me. Help him level up and become what you need him to be. Because the big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men is they're meeting them when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision. And black women are waiting for him to cross the finish line. And by the time he crosses the finish line, the snow bunny then snatched him already.
Boy, you know what? Before I pass this off to you guys, man. Listen, let me tell you something. Some things I do not agree with what Dr. Umar says. I mean, I love Dr. Umar. Some things I do not agree with because I am not into pandering any woman, especially my black queens. I love my black queens, but I ain't pandering.
You sure the way that you be on my behind every week?
Because you family, man. You know what it is. But the one thing, if you have Dr. Umar on your platform, you better be ready to debate because he will kill you in the debate. You got to have all of your receipts.
Right.
Man. You know what I'm saying?
He is so knowledgeable. I love Dr. Umar. I swear.
Yeah, he knows his shit.
Yes, he does.
You know what I mean? So, who want to start this off first, man?
Listen.
Oh, there it is right there.
Listen, at the end of the day, but he made a lot of valid facts. Now, again, women will take this and be like, oh, it's not a broad paintbrush. He's just talking in general. And in general, the one thing that I think he might have left out is that, like, women, okay, yeah, you want to be provided for, yada, yada, yada. But a lot of time what women will do is they will mess with 1,300 bums in a row.
Oh, yeah.
And then get Mr. Good and then expect Mr. Good to make up for all the stuff that the 1,300 bums did. And so it's
all of the bums.
It's like,
yeah, but it's all choices.
Yeah,
like
but
you chose that bum.
But even still, okay, yeah. But you can't expect me to make it's just like with the presidency. You can't expect Obama to change everything that the last 40 presidents have messed up. And so with women, it's like, you want me to take on this. You done had 2 kids by the 2 bums, and now you want me to take you, the kids, and this and all that when we don't even live in a one.
Want to be super saber hoe,
and we don't live in a one income household anymore. So it's like, if you want me to take you on vacations and trips and dates and all of this, and still take care of the bills and the this and the that, it's like, well, you want me to now overcome for the 1,300 bums you used to mess with, because you wasn't asking none of them for that.
Right.
And so it's like, now I don't get it, and now you want to put all the pressure on me, and then if I don't live up to your standards, I'm either sassy or I'm whatever these other terms, or I'm broke or whatever. And it's like, yeah, a lot of women don't understand that there are men out there that are ambitious and are in the process of making it happen, and they'll look at that guy, and that guy might say, oh, this month I ain't got to go on a date because I'm focusing on my business, or I'm paying down my debts or something else. He's broke. But not looking at in 5 years, when those sacrifices he was making, now instead of taking you to Nobu in King of Prussia, he could take you to Nobu in the south of France.
Right.
You ain't looking at that. So it's like, that be the issue. Like, you got to separate the men from the bums.
The boys, aka
the boys, bums, whatever.
Yes.
You gotta separate them, because there's some guys who they may not be where they want to be, but we always talk about potential. Potential should have an upward growth.
Right.
You should be able to see, when I first met him, he was here, but now even if he's here, he still got better, and I can still see him moving forward.
Right.
If Turquavion was working on that mixtape,
Turquavion stepped in the building.
if he was working on that
Turquavion in
mixtape
the
in
house,
February, and he ain't even did a show at a Dune Day by now, that you can see he ain't got no movement. Like, come on, y'all gotta see the signs. It'd be crazy how much pressure that the women put on good men who are trying. Like Dr. Umar said, we got to do twice the work to get half of what the white man get.
That's the truth.
8% of black men make $100,000 in this country. You think that's
a very small
You
percentage.
think that's by accident? That's done on purpose, through lack of education, lack of resources, and everything else that's socioeconomically, in that realm.
Right.
So we already at a disadvantage. So it's like, you see them guys that's working, give them some grace. Like, give them some grace, because again,
No, that's too much. Like, right. And I'm a woman, and I agree with you wholeheartedly.
but this is the thing that kills, because I have been in that type situation when I was in school. I was an athlete. Fresh out of Philadelphia, went to LA to play football. And when I tell you that the Snow Bunnies, they be at the practice.
Right.
They be at the training
On the
facilities.
sidelines
They
all the
listen.
time.
Listen.
It's that support.
They will help you out with the tutoring,
Right.
man, everything.
See, this is the thing. This is my thing. There was so much to unpack. I love Dr. Umar, but it was so much to unpack with that. So my thing is first of all, she said, okay, decent. That's all about perspective. What do you mean he has to have a decent salary? Okay, so why does he have to already come with something to provide for you? Why can't we come together and make this happen together? So that's the biggest thing right there, because now you're throwing these guys off, basically. Well, you telling him this is what you want him to provide, but he doesn't have that. But neither do you. What are you providing?
and
what's wrong with helping him financially? Because if it was the other way around, if you needed him to help you financially, because I know so many men that provided for their women 100% while she went to school. And all she had to do was go to school, and he took care of the household.
Everything.
And guess what? He took care of all the bills. But let the roles reverse. They won't do it. Oh, you supposed to be the man. You supposed to be provide for me. However, if we're in this relationship together, we're supposed to come together. So if at that time, let's just say he wants to go off and do whatever entrepreneurship, or let's say, go into the realm of law school, be that support for him like he was for you. But that's not what women do. And I come across that so many times, like when guys talk to me about their relationships or whatever like that, and that is the reason why. And then you have so many of us colored women that get so upset with the colored men that they go off to what, as Dr. Umar calls, snow bunnies. That's not what I call them, but that's what they do, because and then they don't have that support. We have to support them. If we don't, of course they're going to venture off to other racial ethnicities.
But think about what Lo said. He said even if the snow bunny or the woman of other races, even if the goal was to just get with the football player because he's a football player, even if that was the ultimate goal, but look what she did.
Right.
She still showed up to the practices.
Right.
She still washed the clothes. She still she put herself in the position to even get there.
Win. Yes.
But
so
then,
it's like
then you gotta. I ain't washing your stuff. Ew.
That'd be the difference. It'd be like. Yo, not
Do
that
yourself.
Not that you choose the quote unquote snow bunny or whatever, but it's like this woman
was
again
there for me
when I was at my worst.
Right.
It's plenty of guys I know that where a woman will say, "Oh yeah, you still working on that little so and so."
Right.
Just that term right there, little. This
right.
might be my dream.
Right.
I might have been thinking about this since I was 3 years old, and you might not see the significance of it, but now you just say, "Oh, I'm still working on little," and now you mad that we ain't together, and now I got somebody else. So at the end of the day, it just be like a thing of like, again, support.
Right. People have no idea how much support means. Like you have no idea if you're supporting him, and that just gives him that drive. If he know that somebody's there for him, that gives him that drive to push even harder.
Especially when men are not getting support anywhere.
Yeah. Let me add. Omari Hardrick. You know who Omari Hardrick is.
Power.
So he was on the Breakfast Club, and he received a whole lot of hate because his wife is a white woman. It's nobody. So he received a whole lot of hate. And he said on Breakfast Club, she was there for him when he was broke, didn't have nowhere to stay. He used to sleep on Denzel Washington's couch. So when you meet a woman who is there for you at that point in time in your life,
and sees that
you ain't going nowhere.
And
ain't going nowhere.
And to piggyback on that, not only is she there during that period, but what she won't do is throw that period in your face when she's upset.
Oh yeah.
Like you remember your broke ass is sitting on Denzel like that. That'd be the thing. It'd be like, yeah, this was my passion, and I did whatever I had to do to get it. And now that you mad at me for whatever reason, you gonna take that and throw that in my face, knowing that you think I really wanted to sleep on this man's couch. I didn't want to do that, but it was just a part of what I had to do to get there during my grind.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, so we have El Plaga in the building, and we have Love.
Plaga in the building.
So wait a minute. Love, is it Love or Lovey?
I think it's Love.
I think it's Love.
Hey, Love.
Hey, Love. Hey, Love.
Let us know in the comments so we can address you correctly.
Let's get right there.
Hey.
Plaga and Love. You know what I mean?
Welcome.
As we say, welcome to the party.
Yes.
Yo,
so should we go to the comments?
Yeah, let's go to the comments. Yeah, because we can go forever on that topic.
Yeah, listen, man. Let me tell you something. I love Umar, man. No matter what, man, you better be ready to debate when you got Dr. Umar on your platform.
Look, he is a very well-educated man.
Yeah. He knows his shit.
Shout out to North Philly.
Yeah, man. Listen, when we get that money to pay him, we're going to have Dr. Umar up here.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, we can be like, Dr. Umar, you better watch out for that woman sitting over right there because
she's a soul snatcher.
She's a groper. She's a soul snatcher.
Really?
He said she's a soul snatcher. Dr. Umar gonna be talking about, get your hands off me.
No, he won't. He's gonna say, wait a minute.
Then
he's gonna say, no, touch right there.
No,
he's gonna say, Ashe, Queen.
5'5", thick in the thighs.
Then y'all gonna be wondering why he's so quiet.
Dr. Umar got his eyes rolled in the back of his head. All right, man, look, listen, the first comment is from NJPA Deli. I don't know if I said it right, man. I don't know, bro. But we black people simply have a materialism problem, which has affected every aspect of our lives, including love.
It's facts.
Yep, that's true.
Yep.
Everybody looks at dollar signs. When they look at a person, they see dollar signs. That's it. They don't see the person.
Again, like when you see people, what kind of man you look for? Oh, I like the kind that like to travel. Like, That's the first thing you thought of the man that you want. You want the man that wants to travel.
Like
so
the
he could
first
travel.
thing they say is
he could beat your
decent
ass, but he
salary.
could travel.
Right.
Like what the hell? It'd be like we always looking for stuff. We don't look for the intrinsic like values of a person.
Yeah.
No characteristic.
Emotional stability.
None of that type of stuff. Emotional
God-fearing.
intelligence.
Was
nothing.
it God-fearing?
Like
what is it? Mental intelligence. What,
emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
I tell you, boy, y'all young people. Second comment is from Stefan. Stefan says, providing has become a euphemism for the rich. Men used to provide whatever they could afford. If he worked at the post office, he would provide a post office worker's lifestyle, but still be a provider.
And that's another good point is that the plumber, the electrician, the postal worker, the firefighter, them guys are not the ones that women are saying, hey, I want me a postal worker, because that guy has a stable job, makes good
And
money.
he's not in the street.
Or not even if he in the street or not, he offers a certain lifestyle.
Right.
But it's like
Stable
the
lifestyle.
majority of women want the most extreme lifestyles out. They want the 1% lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it's like that's why it's the 1%, because
If
everybody
that's the
can't do
case,
it.
how about we contribute to make that 1% lifestyle? Why does he have to be the one to give it to you? If you want that so bad, how about you go for it?
Or show me that you can do the 1% lifestyle. If you can show me you can, you in Dubai and you ain't getting pooped on by the sheiks and all of them. If you out there just doing your thing, cool. Then all right, then I can help you. But if you going out there and you getting pooped on and that's how you got there,
Goodness
that don't
gracious.
you don't get away with that.
You're there.
Nah.
Yeah, you continue to play with that camel shit.
Right.
Oh, God.
You got goats licking your butt and all that kind of stuff. No,
That sounds like it might feel a little good.
that's called bestiality.
Yeah.
And it is a crime.
Yeah, can we get a YouTube?
Well, listen, YouTube. I'm sorry about that. I didn't see this one coming. I'm used to the normal ones, but we definitely don't condone bestiality because we love the community and we
Hey, a
respect the
tongue is a
guidelines.
tongue.
No, it's YouTube. No, it's not. Okay, we respect the community. We respect the guidelines. Thank you.
Boy, it's gonna be one of those nights, y'all.
Can we just get to the next?
It's gonna be one of
comment?
those nights, y'all.
Third comment, please.
Third comment. So third comment is from Tone, aka Mr. Smooth Operator. Yeah, y'all ain't know I know how to sing. I sing that shit, boy. I grab a girl by the back of her shoulders, being smooth, singing her ear, goddamn. Let me get to the comment.
Get to the comment.
So third comment from Mr. Operator, he says she just wants to argue.
Women have,
But yeah.
they struggle with that
But
not being right.
No, see, this is the thing that killed me.
I mean, I guess
She
she's trying
said-
to be the spokeswoman
No,
for
no,
women.
But as Umar said, hear me out.
Stick with me.
Stick with me. Stay with me. Whenever he was saying, she was like, I agree, but then she still tried to argue him.
Yeah.
If you agree, why would you want to argue him?
Okay, so this is my thing. I don't think that maybe she was trying to argue. I think she was just trying to bring several points across, because you got to remember her platform. She's trying to speak for multiple people. So therefore, she can agree with him, but also at the same time, maybe she's trying to get additional input. So we don't know who she's speaking for, but also at the same time, I didn't see her as arguing per se.
You didn't?
No, I just saw her as, putting her point across. Everybody's perception is different.
She was trying to get her shit across. Point. Yeah. Like you said, yeah.
She was trying to get her point across, but also at the same time, like if she wanted to use that as a teaching lesson, she should have just be quiet and let him talk.
Yeah. Like I said, when you got Umar on your platform,
Right.
you better have your shit together. 'Cause
Right.
Umar will kill you on the debate. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This JAWN podcast.
This
Yeah. Holla at your boy.
Yes, sir.
and your
Yeah,
woman.
man.
I'm not a girl.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean,
He said,
listen.
boy, it goes with girls. See,
No.
see how they got to mess the flow up?
Look, I don't know what Lowe's do. I don't do what Lowe's do.
You know what I do.
I don't. Actually, I don't.
That voice was so sinister. You know what I do.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, Diddy who?
Oh, whoa.